Mr. Greg Miller. We are all set as Renner will jump it up against Dudley. Division III district semifinals for the right to play Newcomerstown on Friday, and the Pirates control the tip.
And right away, it looks like Shenandoah goes to a zone.
Coming out, Willie, it looks like a little 1-2-2, and they're matching up out of it. And quickly we see the Pirate offense forced out around half court. That's where that guard play will come in.
You know, Shenandoah really doesn't have big guards. They look awful quick, though.
Regular handing it out. Now Gerber going to take the three. It's in the air, off rim, and rebounded by Steven. And now Shenandoah will take their first possession down the floor. Just underway here at St. John Arena. Steven, as we said, Division III Player of the Year in the district, and the first shot for them is taken by Miley and rebounded by the Pirates, so we see one and done for both teams.
Well, when you're on defense, that's what you want to do. Limit your opponent to one shot. Don't give him a second chance.
Shenandoah team had a great season. They want to continue, and drawing first blood will be the Garaway Pirates, and John Regula, the sophomore, will do it on a nice move along the baseline.
Used the glass that time. Real nice coming down the baseline move.
You see Zeb Troyer draws Steven on defense, and he is in straight deny on him everywhere on the floor. Shot taken in the air, rebound down to Regula, and now he will look to push. Gets it up to Troyer, nice hands catching it. Now Renner's got it, the lefty puts the jumper up on the baseline, and it's good. 4-0 Garaway here with 6.5 to play in the first quarter, and Sweeterman's going to get a quick timeout as the Pirates coming out very aggressive, Willie, here early on.
I'll tell you what, Tyler Renner.
The Pirates as well, getting on the glass, getting it out quick and going with it.
You know, we talk about Tyler Renner, and we talk about Justin Elmore, 6'3", 6'6". I'll tell you what, John Regula, 6'3", sophomore, looks pretty impressive so far in this game with a couple rebounds and a nice baseline move.
Shenandoah comes out, they run Steven off about 3 screens. He gets to the lane, throws it up. Nice hands in there by the Pirates, but then the loose ball falls into the hands of Bamford, and he puts it up for Shenandoah's first two. 4-2 Pirates now.
Good timeout by Shenandoah coming out and getting a basket.
Quickly dumped down, Elmore's got it, turns, squares, goes hard, but gets it rejected by Bamford, and now here comes Shenandoah. Bamford not quite as thick as Renner, or as Elmore, excuse me, but showing some strength there on that possession.
I think during that timeout, they talked about running Steven off of some picks, because that's what he's done now since they come out of that timeout.
Coming out, and they're switching out on everything now. It looks like is ending up matched up down below on Dudley was Zeb Troyer, and he will pick up the personal foul there. Steven will inbound the basketball. Quickly into Miley. His three's in the air, doesn't fall, and Tyler Renner with the rebound.
Can't stop every shot, but you can stop those second chance shots.
Regula gets it over to Gerber, just a freshman is Gerber, and quickly down the post. Elmore again turns strong to the glass, doesn't go. Got his own rebound, but Steven stripped it away from him, and Steven now wants to push. Steven to the block, and now kicks it back out. Three is in the air, knocked down by Kyle Cordray. 5-4 Shenandoah, so a 4-0 run by Garaway, countered by a 5-0 run by Shenandoah.
Shenandoah looks like they have some shooters from the perimeter.
Quickly, the ball is knocked away once again by Shenandoah. They come up with the loose one, and now here they counter again. And boy, Willie, they want to go up and down.
And that was some of that quickness we were talking about.
Steven had it go off his hand out of bounds, and it will go to the Garaway Pirates. Checking in for them will be the 6'2" senior Garrett Fisher, and he will come in and give Justin Elmore a blow. Scott Bardall, we've seen Willie likes to substitute. He'll keep a rotation moving pretty quickly.
Shenandoah in a 2-2-1 full court press, looking to trap.
Over the top, the Pirates go with that size. Regula, who has just come along this season so nice, and what a great pass from Tyler Renner down to Ryan Gerber, and the freshman lays it up and in. 6-5 Garaway on top as we approach the 4-minute mark of period number 1. Pirates get caught up behind the screens and getting the real good look from deep was Miley, but it doesn't matter as it comes back rim, and the Pirates rebound another one. Quickly in the post, Fisher's got it. Head and shoulder fake, gets it rejected by Bamford, and now Shenandoah's got it. Bamford very active in there, Willie.
Active and quick.
Shenandoah now on the offensive attack as quickly they go down to the post. Lambert just checked into the ball game, tried to get it across the lane and gets kicked out by the Pirates. Now John Hisrich will step in and give Ryan Gerber a blow. Hisrich, a 5'6" junior.
And very seldom, Roger, do you see Garaway out of position on help side. They're always there to help.
And that time there, they got caught on the penetration and heading to the free throw line. Actually, no, they're going to say it was on the floor. So the foul goes against Tyler Renner, and that will be his first and the team's second. Shenandoah now looking to set their offense. Lambert thought about it. Now he decides not to. Gets it to Steve, but boy, what great hands by Zeb Troyer to snip it away. Picks it up, and now the Pirates will look to add to their 1-point lead. Dump down in, Renner. Skipped across. Great ball movement by the Pirates here early on. Fisher puts it on the floor, and we're going to get a hold before he walked.
And you can't argue when two officials both called the foul. They're going to get that one on Chad Lambert. That's the first team foul on Shenandoah.
Elmore and Gerber back in, and Regula and Renner, two of the sophomores, will take a seat. Hisrich will be the trigger man. Not too often you see the 5'6" guy trigger it in. Now the Pirates set their zone offense up.
But what a nice luxury to have those two guards out front. They are just as quick as cats, and they seem to get their hand on a lot of balls.
And they close quickly, don't they, boy? I mean, they close right in, and now quickly down to Elmore, back up. And this time he gets it through Bamford, and it goes down. 8-5, the Pirates on top. And, Willie, they're being aggressive. They're dumping it right down in and going after him.
That's their strength. They want to take advantage of their strength. They got to get it inside. Elmore, first time he's done a good job at really gathering himself after he's made his move and went up strong.
8-5, the Pirates are on top here with 2:38 to play in the first period. Second game of the Division III District Semifinals. New Cumberstown won by defeating River. So now the winner of this game will meet New Cumberstown Friday. And how we'd love to see an IVC matchup is quickly dumped under the post. Dudley had it, then had it taken away by Fisher, and it'll be last touched by Shenandoah over to the Pirates.
And you know what? Inside play, Renner and Elmore. But I'll tell you what, Garrett Fisher comes off the bench at 6'2" and plays like he's 6'5". I mean, he went up and rejected the player that time.
Quickly, the Pirates break the half-court pressure. And now Renner with those elbows out strong gets the guards chased away and into their half-court set. Renner now puts it on the baseline, lays it up, doesn't draw anything, and Steven with the rebound. Shenandoah with just 2 field goals here in this first period. And Mr. Steven has had none of them, and now they're going to call him for the walk. And apparently Jedediah doesn't get that call made on him too often, but a walk's a walk's a walk.
You know, for averaging the kind of numbers that he does offensively, he's had to see some box and ones, some double teams, some different things. And the key for a player like that is not to get frustrated. But at this point, Garaway's doing what they need to do against him because he's yet to score in this game.
Pirates now with it in their offensive end. I think Tua Key will make him work defensively as Renner's got it. Head shoulder fake up out the window and in. 10-5. We got Woolworths on the scoreboard. 1:21 to play here in the first period. Steven not even looking to score in that set there. Quickly dump right back into the post, and Lambert with it, turns, and he'll lay it off the window and good, and he'll head to the free throw line for one.
I think they're going to get Justin Elmore. Little tap on the hand that time.
Foul charge to Justin Elmore.
Elmore does pick it up. That'll be his first. And Chad Lambert, a 6'1" senior, will head to the free throw line. Lambert's free throw is up and good. 10-8 now the Pirates lead with 1:08 to play in the quarter. Regula's got it, had it knocked away. They're going to say a foot stepped on the line, and it will go over to Shenandoah.
Turnover number 3 here in the first quarter for the Garaway Pirates.
So now Shenandoah with it. See, Willie, what they choose to do, if they play for one or if they go ahead and run their set. Checking back in, Zeb Troyer, who will replace Hisrich.
Some good minutes from Hisrich off the bench in that first quarter.
Greg Miller here right in front of us. Cordray with it, now gets it to Steven. Steven giving it up to Lambert, and we've seen him not force anything, Willie, so that's a good sign for Shenandoah.
He's playing within himself.
Now they're going to get Zeb Troyer, I think, on a hold on Steven. You better believe the officials know who the district player of the year is as well.
Well, especially, I mean, their eyes are on him. Let's just say that much. They know who he is. And especially if you're trying to shut him down, Zeb having to go to the bench now because he picked up his second foul.
And boy, that inbounds pass, nice job by Tyler Renner on the deny, and picking it up was Hisrich, and so now the Pirates come down to the other end of the floor, and they'll have a chance to add to their 2-point lead. Ball goes through the hands of Elmore, but chasing it down was Gerber. Picks his dribble up now, and now the Pirates quickly swing it. Regula's going to step in and take the 18-footer, and the lefty's got a sweet-looking J as he knocks that one down. 12-8, the Pirates on top with 18 seconds to play in the first quarter.
We like to see that by Regula, just taking it in stride. One dribble, set up, nice release.
Quickly down, ball knocked out of bounds by Renner, and it will remain with Shenandoah with 5.9 on the clock. Definitely want to find your shooters here, Willie. You don't want to be giving up a 3 at the end of a quarter situation. Make sure you find Steven. Garrett Fisher going to check in for Justin Elmore in this situation. They get it in, taking the 3 in the air, and that's Chad Miley off back rim. Doesn't get the fall. Rebound down to Shenandoah. Layup will not go, and down to the Pirates. So we've completed one quarter of play here at St. John Arena. The Garaway Pirates out on top of Shenandoah 12-8. Shenandoah 12-8. Look at the numbers, Willie, from that first quarter.
Really, Garaway doing a pretty good job on the boards. It's tied up there. Both teams having about 5 rebounds. But Garaway taking advantage of those close shots. 6 of 10 from the field in the first quarter, only 3 of 10 for the Zeps.
So once again, that excellent defense that we've seen from the Pirates all tournament long coming here tonight at St. John Arena. Now they come out in a half-court trap, and boy, almost with the steal was Hisrich, but he couldn't garner it in. So now Shenandoah will inbound on the sideline.
Looked like Garaway did a good job of trapping in the corner that time.
Regula now draws Steven as the assignment.
A little bit more height on him, but Steven looking to be content with just passing the ball up, waiting for his chances.
Quickly down into the post, and boy, what a nice move in there by Jay Dudley. 6'5" senior lays it up and in. 12-10 now Garaway's lead. Coach Scott Bardahl alluded to him earlier, Willie, when you talked with him before the game.
Dudley coming in averaging 15 points a game.
Fisher with it in the corner. Pirates come out here with Gerber, Regula, Elmore, Fisher, and Hisrich. Elmore, nice move right up off the window and lays it in. And Justin Elmore's got his A game tonight. 14-10, now the Pirates on top. Just under 7 minutes to go in half number 1. Steven with the first good look. 3's in the air, rim no good. Right there, though, with the rebound is Dudley.
Field goal. Yay.
Not to be confused with Chris Dudley either. He can shoot.
Shenandoah fence thought Garaway might have got away with the walk there, but we play on. Pirates right now, Gerber thought about that three, but now just going to reverse the ball. And now he's going to dribble in, take the 18-footer, rim no good. And Mr. Dudley starting to flex his muscle a little bit here in this second period.
2 rebounds and 2 field goals second quarter.
Steven with the nice move, because I tell you what, that's great defense by Garrett Fisher, cutting off the baseline. And Scott Bardall is going to take a timeout at 14-14, 6:14 to play. 14's across the board, Willie. Fit in two.
You know what, I'm not sure I can add anything to that. You're exactly right, Roger. Making your team better, whatever you need to do. If it's passing, you do that. If it's scoring, some nights you got to score. Whatever it takes to make your team better.
Quickly, the ball is knocked out of bounds and right over here in front of us, and my hands of stone would have never caught that, Willie. So unless you'd have come down with it, we'd have been in deep trouble. Zeb Troyer right in front of us gets it in bounds.
Zeb back into the game with 2 fouls.
High post here, and we know this is what Garaway likes to run their offense out of, but we see Shenandoah paying particular attention to that. And that ball is going to be stolen by Stephen. Boy, look how he gets right into the middle of the floor and lays it up the window and in. Jedediah Stephen getting his game on, and we can see, Willie, he likes the open court.
I'll tell you what, that's where he's dangerous. I can tell you that right now. Prolific scorer. He's dangerous in the open court. Garaway's done a great job in the half-court defense, keeping the ball out of his hand. But that time, the turnover led to a basket and an opportunity of a 3-point play.
And for the young kids at home, that's all caused by his defensive work down on this end of the floor. Stephen finishes off the 3-point play. 3-point lead now for Shenandoah, as we got some blood on Jedediah Stephen, and he's going to have to get that attended to immediately. So they will substitute, and Coach Dan Schwederman is going to bring in number 10, Nathan Wharton, 5'11" senior. 17-14. Shenandoah on top with 5:50 here to go in the first half. Pirates have played well early. Had a few turnovers that they paid the price for. And now they're going to have another one as Troyer throws it away quickly down the floor, and laying it up with him will be Chad Miley, 19-14. So a little spurt here by the Zeps. And now another turnover by Garaway. Quickly down, Miley going to take this one too, doesn't fall for him. Gerber with the rebound, and here comes Zeb Troyer. Now he's going to slow the pace down a little bit, and Scott Bardall wants another timeout.
Good timeout right there.
The youth, Willie, of Garaway may be kind of contributing to that spurt for Shenandoah.
Well, you know, you talk about
On that look in the huddle, calming his team down, getting them under control here, and reminding them, hey, we had success early when we got in our half-court set and we pounded on them a little bit.
Well, and Shenandoah is working on a 9-point run right now.
The guard pressure that we talked about early really paying dividends, and now they're going to say Renner slipped the feet and they'll be called for the walk. And I don't know, Willie, what is that, 4 possessions in a row, turnovers?
4 turnovers in a row, Roger. That's 4 turnovers. That means 4 lost opportunities to score.
And in a game like this, those possessions can be very, very valuable.
14-10 to start this quarter. It's now 19-14.
Stephen back in, and right there, he takes it right to the rim. He gets his shot blocked by Renner. He went down hard, and right there to pick up the garbage was Dudley. And Jedediah Stephen very slow getting up. And flexing his knee, Willie, it looks a little bit. He's already got a tape around that from what it looks like he might have a floor burn on there.
It was almost like he tried to go off his left foot, and it kind of gave out a little bit.
Ball knocked out of bounds will remain with the Pirates. And this is why, you know, I've said it 1,000 times, Willie, people at home turn their volume down because they're tired of hearing me talk about it, but you got to pressure teams into tournament time. You got to put the pressure on them to counter you. Renner with it now, going to take it to the window, lays it up. Boy, the left-hander is going to be a nice player for 2 more years for these Pirates. 21-16, Shenandoah on top, 4.5 to play in the half. Showing a little half-court trap now, and Shenandoah almost throws it away. And now they do, as it will go over to the Garaway Pirates. So Scott Bardall saying, taste a little bit of your own medicine.
Hey, you know, you can work harder. Your shots may not be falling. You may not be doing some things right, but you can work hard on defense, and that creates turnovers.
Takes absolutely zero talent to defend somebody. I still couldn't do it, but it takes no talent. Ball thrown away again once by the Pirates, and now Shenandoah going to try to add to their 5-point advantage. Cordray with it. Dumped down in the post. That's Steven, and boy, he just turned squared and laid it right off the window. 23-16, Shenandoah. Zeb Troyer with it. He gets that one taken away from him. Quickly down, and boy, nice job by Troyer not giving up on the play as he makes the steal coming back the other way, and we'll get a foul on Shenandoah. Foul was called, I believe, on Kyle Cordray.
It's only the second team foul on Shenandoah, 5 on Garaway. You know, sometimes you just got to weather the storm. Garaway's got to get through this second quarter and, you know, talk about what they're doing, what they're not doing at halftime. But right now, taking care of the basketball is the most important priority.
Derek Miller and Mike Felton in the ball game now. Felton there with it. Now Miller has it. Miller a senior and Felton a junior. Coach Scott Bardall looking for some spurt from his bench. Seeing if he can't get it out of Miller and Felton. As Regula now back in the game. The sophomore puts it on the floor, and he's going to draw the foul on Jason Johnson.
It's going to be Johnson's first, team's third.
Once Garaway gets the ball in their half-court set, they're in control. The problem is that 80 feet in between that, Willie, right now.
Yeah, it sure is. And, you know, some teams play a zone like Shenandoah does. They're in a 2-3 zone, but I'll tell you what, very few teams come out and be as active as they are on the perimeter.
And I think that can be attributed, as you said earlier, those 2 guards out on top, 14 Cordray and also number 24 Johnson are quick. And boy, doesn't help having Mr. Basketball behind you either, as that's going to go off his foot and out of bounds. But Jedediah Stephen just sitting back there like the free safety looking to pick everything off.
And the Garaway guards right now are really making him look good, though. They've got to look away and pass the ball. They got to fake and pass a different direction. They got to do some things. They're telegraphing to the Zeps exactly where they're throwing, just like that. That guy got his foot out there. You know, you telegraph it. Look one way, fake, and then pass it somewhere else.
And also, too, Willie, I think they got to look at their spacing. When you get 2-3 guys in one area, one guy can guard them. Get that spacing flowed out. Make this defense work hard, and eventually it's going to break down.
It'd be interesting to see if Shenandoah, I'm sure this is their style of play all year, see if Shenandoah can keep up with it.
That ball was taken away and then kicked out of bounds by Shenandoah as Renner got it tapped away from behind, and the Pirates will keep control of it. 23-16, Shenandoah on top, 2.5 to play in the ball game.
You know, and that's a lost start. Watch how many teams don't do that anymore. Player gets beat, a guy's dribbling down the court, you run up behind him and try to kick the ball out.
Oh, beautiful pass down into Fisher by Derek Miller. And Garrett Fisher, the senior, getting his game in gear. 23-18 now. I said before in the ball game in the first half, of course. Quickly into the post. Lambert with it. Head and shoulder fake. Gets it up. Not in Tyler Renner's town. And then the foul by Shenandoah.
And that foul's going to go against Jedediah Stephen. It's going to be his first, team's fourth.
It's almost not fair. When you give a guy a great head and shoulder fake, you get him to leave the floor and he still blocks your shot.
Well, I'd have to do a lot of head and shoulder fakes to get it up over somebody 6'6".
And that pass is going to be, you can see it happen, and Steven will draw the foul. They'll say it was on the floor. That was just not a good-looking pass.
And you see Coach Bardall over there pleading with his players. make the easy pass. You know, they try the cross-court pass. Turnovers. This team from Shenandoah is very, very quick.
Quickly, Bamford with it, shoots it up, doesn't get it, but right there, Dudley with the rebound, and now we're going to get another foul, and that should put Shenandoah into the bonus. And it will put Jay Dudley to the free throw line. I believe Tyler Renner picked the foul up there. That'll be his second.
You're correct.
So Justin Elmore will check into the ball game and give Tyler Renner a blow. One of our gentlemen who I work with, Glenn Huffman, coaches baseball there at Garaway with Phil Forsey, and he says Tyler Renner has got a curveball that will scare the living daylights out of you.
Somebody tried to tell me today that he can throw 90-plus miles an hour already.
They say the young man is an excellent baseball prospect, and of course, when you're 6'6", that curveball's got to look like it's starting out around the moon and diving down at your feet.
And what is there about left-handed pitchers?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. You get good at that, you can name your own price.
Dudley knocks them both down, 25-18, the lead for Shenandoah.
Mr. Dudley come alive, 4 rebounds in the second quarter, 8 points in the game, all in the second quarter.
His intensity, it seemed like, they gave Shenandoah that spark, and then they went on to run. Of course, they come into this quarter losing. They were down.
Yes. First time tonight, Shenandoah going straight man-to-man.
Quickly down the post, Fisher's got it, head shoulder fake, gets it up, doesn't get it over Dudley, but it will remain with the Pirates. And I tell you what, you got to tip your hat to Garrett Fisher. He's coming off the bench, playing hard tonight.
And you know, the height inside for Shenandoah has kind of altered some shots for Garaway. They just need to relax in there and go up strong.
Gerber's 3 in the air, buries it. Boy, it would be lovely if Ryan Gerber could get his shot stroking tonight. 25-21 with a minute and a half to play in the first half. Garaway trails.
That helps. Garaway's able to set up in their half-court defense or half-court trap when they make a shot.
And now their defensive pressure getting a little workout here. And now they'll fall back into their man. Tell you what, that's pretty tough, Willie. Half-court trap back into man. Got to be disciplined defensively. Shenandoah looking to get something here. Putting it on the floor is number 14, Kyle Cordray, and he will draw the foul and head back to that free throw line.
And if that's against Hisrick, that might be his third.
Foul charge to John Hisrick.
And that is who it's on, Willie, and that will be number 3 on John Hisrick.
Kyle Cordray at the line, 1-1.
And immediately he takes a seat. And into the game is John Regulus, 6'3" sophomore.
Free throw missed there by Cordray, and Elmore with the rebound. So now a minute left to go in the first half, and the Pirates with possession quickly down to Fisher, lays it up, gets it blocked, but he draws the foul. So now Fisher got a chance to head to that free throw line to cut into this 4-point lead of Shenandoah's.
Foul called on Jay Dudley. That's his first. And Fisher goes to the line, 54% shooter on the season from the free throw line.
But the season's over. This is the second season.
I think he's 100% so far in this game. He can't miss.
Okay. We'll blame that one on you.
We tried. We're doing everything we can.
The senior's second one. Good looking rotation. He gets that one. 25-22. Shenandoah on top. 52 seconds. So see if they play for one here. Steven, the middleman, in their press breaker. Quickly, Lambert brings it down, drops it off to Steven, lays it up off the window, gets it to foul, and he draws the contact.
That time, Steven knew exactly where the defender was, went back into him, caused the contact, converted the layup. Chance for the three-point play.
Scott Bardall asking Greg Miller where the contact come from. Elmore picks up his second foul, so you got 2 on Elmore and 2 on Renner, and that could be trouble in the post. And then, of course, 3 on Hisrich. Steven now to the free throw line. Not a bad-looking stroke.
Second three-point play the old-fashioned way in this quarter for Jedediah Stephen. Kind of heating up a little bit. Scoreless in the first quarter. Stephen has 10 points here in the second quarter.
Gives him a 6-point lead. You know what I like, Willie? So oftentimes you see shooters, they just come out and start cranking it. Young man takes himself inside, gets the game flowing in him, and then he'll extend his game as he needs to. Pirates now look like they may play for one with 28 seconds on the clock. Fisher back to Gerber. Freshman's played well here tonight, too. Tyler Renner into the lane, and boy, what a move by the big man, showing his athletic ability. 28-24, Shenandoah. 10 seconds as we cross half court. 7. Cordray's got it, gets it to Steven, puts it on the floor. Baseliner, no, Tyler Renner says, and out of bounds. We come to the end of half number 1. If you want to eat, you need to go somewhere other than Sugar Creek, Mr. Steven, because Tyler Renner owns the only restaurant in town. 28-24, Shenandoah on top. We've reached halftime. We'll be back with all the numbers in the second half action here from Steubenville St. John Arena.
Go over the halftime stats in detail. Garaway turning the ball over 8 times in the second quarter alone. Shenandoah outscoring Garaway 20-12 in that second quarter. And I'll tell you what, Jedediah Stephen, the district player of the year, 10 points second quarter. Garaway can't afford to let him get on track. They've got to shut him down now. And Mr. Dudley for Shenandoah come out with 8 points in that second quarter. So Garaway, I think you feel like you're okay when you're only down 4 at halftime and you had the second quarter they had, Roger.
Yeah, it was not a pretty one at times as they turned the ball over constantly, it seemed, but only down 4, so the Pirates still win this one, and they come back out with Regula, Elmore, Gerber, Renner, and Zeb Troyer. And boy, nice high-low. Elmore misses the bunny and rebounded down to Dudley. And boy, that'd been a nice one to get early.
Oh, right out of the chute in the third quarter. That'd have been a nice one. But Elmore come back and make up for that one.
They're just going to simply let Miley walk right in and bury the 3. And that defensive mix-up there for the Pirates, which you don't see very often at all. And now we're going to get a quick timeout by Scott Bardahl. And I don't think this is going to be one to discuss recipes.
Well, you know what? And everybody says, whose man was it? Whose man was it? It doesn't really matter. When you've got the ball, you don't leave the ball. You can't leave the guy with the ball no matter where he's at. So, you know, it's not a matter of whose man was it as much as it is, if I was there, I should have taken him if I was playing defense.
And yeah, he is. I mean, even if when you're playing defense and somebody else has the ball, you should be watching the ball at all times anyway. So just a fundamental breakdown there, and I'm sure Scott Bardahl got that answered right away in the huddle.
And just a quick reminder, you know, they missed a layup, a bunny at the other end, and give up a three-pointer wide open up here. You know, fellas, let's go now.
Nice job there by Ron Gerber using that ball fake, and it gets it to Troyer, who breaks the pressure down. And now we've seen the tale of 2 parts of Garaway's half of the floor. When they get it down around the top of the key and below the foul line, they dominate. Out above, Shenandoah's at the advantage.
Now Shenandoah's in that zone.
Regula with
most of the game.
Puts it on the floor, takes it right to the window and lays it in. So John Regula, the sophomore, nice move.
And they've really had some success with their penetration, especially the big men. They need to take it to them.
31-26, Shenandoah on top, high post. That's Dudley. Quickly looks down. Boy, oh boy, getting his shot rejected was Bamford, and then that one was thrown up. Draws absolutely nothing, and Gerber right there with the rebound. Troyer brings it across. Renner down again. Regula going to take 17-footer off rim. No good. Weak side rebound, though, to the Pirates. Renner again in that high post where he can be very dangerous. Puts it on the floor, gets in the lane, and he's going to draw the foul.
And the reach-in is going to be against Kyle Cordray. And that's going to be his second, team's first here in the second half.
Pirates come in with Elmore and Renner both with 2 fouls out of that first half, and Hisrich had 3. Now they get the ball inbounded to Gerber. Gerber leans in, puts it up out the window, no good. Elmore's got the rebound, lays it back up and gets it in. 31-28, the Pirates continue to battle.
That's where he made up for it. That was just sheer strength that time to rip that ball away from the Shenandoah player.
Screen roll for Steven, and the young man knocks it down. And boy, you better step out and hedge that screen. Stevens' first three of the game pushes lead back out to 6. And now a turnover, gets it to Steven, lays it up, doesn't get it to fall. Regular's got it now, and now they try to run, but it's going to go off runner's foot and out of bounds.
Just a case of hurrying too much. Regular dribbling the ball up the side court, went off the foot of a teammate.
Regular now switching Steven over to Zeb Troyer. Steven putting it on the 4. The young man's got a first step. It's like lightning, Willie. The ball is turned over, and coming up with it is Regular. And now the Pirates with the chance to cut into this 6-point lead of Shenandoah. 5 minutes to play in the third period. Try to get into the high post, and that's knocked away by Cordray. Here comes Shenandoah, get it ahead, and then they turn it over, and now we go back the other way.
Getting a little sloppy, but Shenandoah's used to those turnovers. They do like to get it up and down. Garaway's got to take care of the ball.
Quickly out Gerber Street, they got a piece of that one, and that would have been Steven who got a piece of it, and it comes down into the hands of Dudley. Coach Dan Sweeterman now telling them to slow it down a little bit. They're going to run the screen roll again. They run it this time to Dudley, lays it up, and they're going to call it good and a block, and I believe that's on Elmore.
And if it is, that's Justin's third foul early in the third quarter.
And now Dudley will head back to the free throw line, and that won't be Elmore's third. And now I do believe, did Scott Bardall just get teed up? I do believe he did, as Wayne Blizzard turned on a dime and just nailed Scott Bardall. So we're going to get 3 free throws here, and Shenandoah will get the basketball back.
Well, he had just asked the official what Elmore did. The official showed him that he turned sideways.
Dudley finishes off his three-point play, and now Coach Sweeterman says he wants Chad Miley to shoot the technical free throws. Scott Bardall wanted to talk to Greg Miller about the call, and Greg Miller just walked away. Miley knocks the first one down, and then Wayne Blizzard took his position over there, and apparently Mr. Blizzard did not like what he heard coming from Scott Bardall. Miley makes them both. That makes it an 11-point ball game, and now, to add insult to injury, Shenandoah will get the basketball. Why do I have a feeling this play might be run for Jedediah Stevens? Inbounded, Cordray's got it as we're at the 4.5 minute of period 3, and there's Steven. Now he dumps it right down in. Dudley, he's going to draw another foul. This one I think will be on Regular. That is who it will be on.
I believe that's going to be John's first.
You know, Will, you mentioned earlier about how big-time players make everybody else around them big time. Boy, he's putting on a clinic here in this quarter.
Well, and the key is we all know he can score 30 points if he wants to. But how much better can the team be if the defense really gears on him and he makes the players around him that much better by hitting them when they're open?
Well, he's responsible for probably about 7 points right there after he hit that 3, because just the ball fake of him shooting it has drawn everybody from Sugar Creek flying at him.
And all of a sudden, we got a 13-point deficit if you're the Garaway Pirates.
So it turns out to be what, 7-point possession?
Well, it was 5-point possession, and then those last 2, 7 points total.
So now the Pirates look to get something positive. Fisher's got it in the post, and they're going to call the hold. And that will go.
Kyle Cordray, I believe, picks up his third. He must have reached back in from the guard position.
And that is his third, so now they will try to get him substituted out. Miley's at the table. And now they're going to get Dudley on the foul. And once again, Willie, as we said, when Garaway gets into that half-court set, I mean, they're having their way with Shenandoah.
Foul charge to Jay Dudley.
It's going to be Dudley's second foul. As you see John Regula ready to receive the ball and inbounds. But Roger, this is where they got to take advantage of scoring in the half court.
Renner's 15-footer won't go, and now Shenandoah comes down with it. And Shenandoah right now with that 13-point lead, looking for maybe the knockout punch. And now we got a call away from the ball. They're going to say 3 seconds on Shenandoah, and you see that called about once every 30 or 40 ball games, ever since Leroy Hill got out of refereeing.
Well, you know, that's some turnover again.
Ball is knocked away by Shenandoah, and they have active hands as Miley's going to take the three. Bang! Mr. Miley knocks it down, and timeout Scott Bardo in the Garaway. Well, the quick hands and the free throw shooting of Shenandoah have kind of set them off on a little bit of a run here in this third period, Willie, as they took what was a 4-point ball game and have blown it way out to a 16-point lead, and it's just been kind of methodical on how they've done it. Quickly down here, Renner lays it up off the window, and he gets it to fall. Tyler Renner continues to work a nice pass in there by Derek Miller.
And that's all Garaway can do, Roger, is just chip away at it, basket at a time, try to stick them on defense. Right there's a steal.
Nice job by Tyler Renner, and now he gets it to Regula, and the Pirates look to push it again. And now they're going to get Regula for double dribble, and, you know, sometimes, Willie, it's sophomores. And this is a big environment to be in. I don't care what anybody said. Everybody can say, well, hey, they played 20 games this year and all this and that. Folks, there is nothing like being in tournaments and playing in front of packed houses.
You got it. They will grow up. But if you're the Garaway Pirates, you still got plenty of time in this game, that's for sure.
Steven with it, being defended by Ryan Gerber. Lambert into the ball game now, goes baseline, lays it up off the window, and he gets it to fall.
Field goal, Chad Lambert.
Lambert pushing it back out to 16, and now the Pirates look to attack. Miller going to kick it out. Boy, just into the hands of Ryan Gerber. High post, and we're going to get a reach.
You know, that's one of the things. I mean, if officials really get picky with this Shenandoah team, their guards are so quick. They get away with a lot of things, but that time they didn't. They reach in a lot. And if they're not hitting the ball, they're hitting the arm.
I would have to probably label that call
Come on, Roger.
maybe Gorvy Dow, a little makeup.
Come on, Roger. Be nice.
Pirates now with it. I think Scott Bardo agreed with me on that too, by the way, but I don't read lips.
just because the Garaway Pirate that got fouled looks surprised too.
In any case, the Pirates with it and now trying to cut into this lead, and it's not over by any shot, but the Pirates do have a tall task in front of them. 46-30 with the minute 40. Elmore's got it, takes it, drives it right down the middle of the lane. And I guess, you know, we sit here and we say, well, they're killing him. I guess you have to say, nice job, Dan Sweeterman, knowing, hey, I can't let them just come down and get in their half-court offense because they are going to bury us. We've got to do things to get them out of bounds and don't let them get into that offense.
And Shenandoah's done a good job of keeping Garaway off balance. You know, playing with the ball out by the half-court line, full-court press, making Garaway think about it before they settle into that half-court offense. That time, Jay Dudley picked up his third foul, so
there's a positive for
Coach Sweeterman's going to substitute for him.
And in a situation like this, Willie, you got to coach in segments. You know, by this time period, we want it to be at this and so on and so forth. You're not going to get it all back in one possession. Elmore knocks them both down, and that's a good start now. A defensive stand by the Pirates would fit the plan nicely. Miley's got it, and he'll bring it down across the timeline in a minute and a half to go in the third period. Got to be close to a 5-second call there. Out defending is Mike Felton, and what do we got? They're going to call a hold, I believe, on Ryan Gerber away from the ball.
Foul charge to Ryan
It's going to be
Gerber.
Ryan's first, I believe. Team's fourth.
That will be inbound situation underneath for Shenandoah. They get it in, but then it's taken away almost by Tyler Renner. And the young sophomore, he hasn't given up, that's for sure. He's been on the floor everywhere.
6'6", diving onto the floor. Well, I tell you, Shenandoah couldn't really do any wrong in this third quarter. There's still a minute 17 left. They've hit 5 of 7 field goals, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and 3 of those field goals were three-pointers.
They're going to call Lambert on the walk, and there's what the Pirates need, a turnover, and now they've got it. Yeah, they haven't made many mistakes here. It's been a textbook quarter here for Shenandoah. Regular picks his dribble up. Quickly ahead to Renner. Renner now going to use the dribble, gets down into the lane, lays it up, draws the foul, and lays it in.
And that's what the young man can do well. Take it to the hoop, get the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
The athleticism of the young man is something you don't normally see in a 6'6" man. But Renner is, I tell you what, well, he's stepping up in a leadership role here too. He's diving on the floor on the defensive end, being aggressive offensively. Now going to head to that free throw line, try to finish off the three-point play. Under 10 at the end of this quarter would be huge for the Pirates as Renner makes it 46-35 with a minute 4 to play in the quarter. Almost gets a steal, and then it ends up in the hands of Regula. Quickly down to Gerber, lays it in. It's 9, 46-37. Steven with it now gives it up to Cordray, who has 3 back in the ball game. Lambert going to take it in there. I wouldn't recommend that. And now they bring it back out with 43 seconds.
Say, what a big task. Ryan Gerber, the freshman, guarding Jedediah Steven.
Miley with it now, gets it over to Wharton. Shenandoah spreading the floor out, 20 seconds remaining in the period. Defensive stop here would be huge for the Pirates. Wharton almost got called for the walk. Now Lambert's got it, gets into the paint, almost gets a block, gets his own rebound, back up, won't go. Renner's got it, 5 seconds on the clock, gets it knocked away from behind, and they're going to call the foul. 3.4 seconds on the clock, 46-37 Shenandoah, and now it's a 1-and-1 for Tyler Renner.
And that's a big advantage right there. That foul gives Garaway a chance to score 2 points where they may only have gotten a long shot off because they only had 3 seconds on the clock.
Foul was called on Chad Lambert, and Garrett Fisher's at the table. He will replace Tyler Renner after these free throws, and the young left-hander buries the first one. Tell you one thing, he just kind of threw him on their shoulders here, Willie, in this last couple of minutes.
There's not a Garaway fan that's sorry about that at this point. They're back within 8 points.
Second one for Renner is good, 46-39. What once was 16 is now 7. 3.4 seconds remain here in this third period. Force him to get it into Steven right here at half court. The 3 is in the air off the window and no good. We've come to the end of 3 quarters of play here from Steubenville St. John Arena. The Shenandoah Zips out on top of the Garaway Pirates, 46-39. We'll be right back. Welcome back to St. John Arena, where as you take a look at it, 7-point game, you got to begin to wonder to think at the end of this, how large is that technical foul going to loom on Scott Bardall? Wanted an explanation for a call, and official who doesn't even make the call turns and tees him up. that could play a big outcome in this ball game.
That's 7 total points, at least 5 on that possession. Those technical foul shots could loom large. But I'll tell you what, Garaway's working right now on 11-2 run. They've outscored Shenandoah over the last 2.5, 3 minutes, 11-2.
And a nice job there on Steven to get him to miss that 15-footer. And now another chance for Garaway to cut into this lead. And boy, a bucket here would just be absolutely huge, as it would get the throng from Sugar Creek off their seats and on their feet.
And you just see a little bit more purpose to the Garaway Pirates on offense. They look a little more, I don't want to say aggressive, but they know what they're doing.
Hisrich going to take the three and knocks it down. John Hisrich buries the three, 46-42. The Pirates trail by 4, 7:09 left in the ball game. It was 16 not very long ago.
I'll tell you, there was purpose on that three-point shot right there.
Wow. Hisrich steps up, takes the big one, the 5'6" junior. And now the defensive end. Steven with it, gets into the lane, throws it up over a flailing runner, loose ball battle for, and Dudley's got it. We're going to get a foul on the floor though first.
Well, Garaway's doing a great job defensively right now, Roger. They're aware of where the scores are. There's no open three-pointers for Shenandoah right now. Garaway's doing a better job defensively. I think that carries over on the offensive end.
Tyler Renner just picked up his third foul. Taking a look at it, Gerber continuing to guard Steven, and I don't think Steven likes the physicalness. Gerber's been muscling him a little bit there.
Not bad for a freshman, is it?
Not bad at all, and they try to lob it in, and right there on the weak side help is Elmore. Now Garaway got a chance to get it even closer. Entry pass is stolen away by Dudley, and we'd like to get 4 on him and get him back over on that bench.
Got to take that ball down into the corner and make a better angle to pass. Maybe Renner that time could have come a little bit toward the ball to meet it.
Bamford with it, and then he kicks it out. There's Steven, he's going to get it to Miley. His three's in the air, doesn't draw anything. It was partially blocked. They're going to say regular got a piece of it, and Sugar Creek sounds their voices. They don't like the call.
There was no piece of that, they said.
Sometimes a 6'4" guy flying at you will make you shoot the ball short.
Because you know what's going to happen if you shoot it. You are going to get it rejected.
Miley with it, takes it to the rim, lays it up, and we got foul. And now it's a question of either Hisrich or Renner, and it's going to be 4 on either one.
And I think they're going to get Renner. Tyler just picked up his 4th foul.
So with 5:49 to go in the ball game, Tyler Renner picks up his 4th. We see Garrett Fisher reporting to the scorers table, and I would guess he's coming in for the lefty. And the first free throw by Miley is good.
He's perfect on the night from the line, 3 of 3. 2 3-pointers in that third quarter.
47-42 Shenandoah. Second one is on its way, and that is good. 48-42, 5:49 to play in the ball game. Gerber almost walked. Now he takes a look, quickly gets it across, but Steven waiting right there for it. Takes it in, lays it up, and gets it to fall. 50-42, Shenandoah. And that ball is thrown out of bounds, and the wheels start to rattle a little bit again for Scott Bardo and his Pirates. And I think a couple things, Willie, here need to be noted. Number one, Garaway made their run 14, 16 points. It ain't going to matter.
Well, the young man's got to play a little smarter right now. Can't necessarily go for every block that he wants to try to do.
And I'm sure they're going to get him on a matchup they feel is more conducive. Of course, now they have him stepping out. They want him to take Dudley. And if you're Dan Schwederman, wonder if maybe you don't attack that matchup.
We'll be able to tell here in a second.
Miley's got it. He gets it to Steven. Renner playing behind, and now he's going to get caught on the hip. The layup doesn't go, though, and Tyler's right there for the rebound. So bullet number 1 dodge for the Pirates. Big possession here to get some points on the board as we move towards the 5-minute mark.
I think you were right, Roger. They moved the ball around until they posted up on Renner and tried to draw that 5th foul against him.
Very good. Gets it out. Gerber's three. Top of the key. Buries it. 50-45. Shenandoah on top. And the guards are stepping up, Willie. And we said at the top of the game they'd have to.
That perimeter shooting is going to help a lot if they can continue it.
Wiley's got it now as Zeb Troyer now has drawn the Steven assignment. Both Troyer and Gerber have done outstanding work on the young man, as now they do a great job denying the back door. Garaway's got it, Renner ahead. He's going to kick it out. And boy, I thought Zeb might pull the trigger on that one, but no, we will set the offense. Not a bad move in itself.
At this point in the game, probably a good move. Down 5, 4 minutes to go.
Gerber with it. Now they dump it down. Renner's got it, lays it up. Doesn't get it to fall. Battle for the loose ball. Comes down to the hands of Dudley. And now Shenandoah will counter. Good look, that possession. Can't argue about that. You get a great look.
Maybe anticipated a little bit of contact on that.
Shenandoah looking to spread the floor a little bit. Nice take into the paint there by the big man, and that's Bamford, but then it's tipped out, and Shenandoah will control the loose ball rebound. Dudley with it, takes it to the glass, lays it in, and Tyler Renner's night is over. Renner had the 4. They had to match him up on Dudley because he's the only one Garaway had of their post-beaver who's got the athleticism to stay with him, but Mr. Dudley, a good player in his own right, knew what he was doing.
Take it right at him.
And I like the public address announcer here. It says that foul was unfortunately charged to Tyler Renner. Heck of a ball game for the sophomore. And I'll tell you what, folks, he's just going to continue to get better and better every year. Now Dudley will try to finish off what must be about his 10th old-fashioned three-point play of the game. He's had a few of them.
Yes, he has.
Free throw is up in the awkward form. Doesn't matter. It's the same result every time. 53-45, Shenandoah on top, just under 3.5 to play in the game. Pirates still in it, just got to move with the purpose now. And that ball is turned over as it passed by Troyer just off the outstretched hands of Derek Miller. Steven with it, gets into the paint, lays it up, draws the foul, and they're going to call it on the floor, but it will still result in a 1 plus the bonus.
So Mr. Steven will go to the line, shooting 1 and 1. 15 points on the evening so far for Jedediah.
Jedediah Steven, 1 and 1.
Been impressed by the young man. Well, he fits his game to mold with the rest of the team. He doesn't make them play around him.
You know, Shenandoah's got it. I mean, they got a nice team.
Doesn't get the free throw to fall, and the rebound comes down into the hands of Derek Miller, and now he'll push ahead, quickly gets it down to Elmore. What a nice hanging layup by Justin Elmore. And it's 53-47, 2:59 to play in the game. Pirates continue to fight. Elmore guarding Steven. Now they'll go trap right quick in the corner. Ball's loose on the floor. Hisrich comes up with it. What's he going to do? They're going to call a jump ball, and that will go with the Garaway Pirates.
Well, I'll tell you, that's all John Hisrich could do right there. Eventually just kind of fall on it. He tried to bat it down so it'd come up high enough for him to catch it, but good hustle by Hisrich that time.
Played a nice ball game. Of course, he'll be back next year. 5'6" junior. This young man, Brian Gerber, will be back.
A lot of them are going to be back, to the dismay of the IVC teams.
Miller gets in the lane. Nice pass down to Elmore. Lays it up. He's going to draw the foul, and he'll get to the free throw line. And as long as you can make him, there's a great chance to score with the clock stopped.
Well, Justin's been there twice tonight. He's converted both of them.
Justin Elmore will shoot him, but not before we have a conference with the coaches. 2:38 to play here in the ballgame. 53-47, Shenandoah on top.
Yeah, and he's got the surrounding cast, too. I mean, that helps a lot. They know who their go-to guy is, but that go-to guy doesn't necessarily have to finish with the basket. He's just got to draw the attention of the defense and open somebody else up, and then he feeds them. But when you need a basket, I'm sure he's going to come through for you.
I would have a feeling he may have it in his hands a few times here in this last 2:38. Elmer's first one is up and good. The big man with the silky smooth stroke. 53-48. Second one is on its way and good. 53-49, a 4-point ball game. Garaway extending the floor now, looking to get some pressure.
Roger, they don't need to foul yet. They just need to play some good defense.
Cordray tries to step through. Good call there. Good call. Foul was charged to Hisrich. It's his fourth. And that will send Kyle Cordray to the free throw line.
1-1.
I'm not sure if it wasn't Regula that actually tried to take the charge and tripped him.
They had a good look. They got the turn here on the sideline. Regula maybe just a step slow, rotating over, but they had exactly what they were looking for.
Cordray goes to the line, missing his only attempt so far tonight.
And he knocks that one down, 54-49. As we get substitution here, Bamford's going to come out and Lambert will check in. Second one for Cordray is good. 55-49, 6-point lead for Shenandoah. Garaway looking to get the ball across. Derek Miller, who I think's played an outstanding ball game tonight, whips it across. Ryan Gerber lost it in there. Now Elmore picks it up, lays it up, doesn't get the fall. Going up strong again, and he'll head back to the stripe.
I'm not sure how that pass got over there from Derek Miller to the other side of the lane, or how he even seen him.
He just come down, yeah, and I thought he got himself in a little bit of trouble there, and he whipped it across, and Ryan Gerber was there.
Justin Elmore going back to the line was just there. He's 4-4 from the line tonight.
Make him 5 of 5 as the stroke looks pure. 55-50, 2:17 to go in the ball game. John Regula in, Garrett Fisher out.
Garaway's one steal away from putting some pressure on this Shenandoah team. Convert this and get into their defense, and they get a steal and score. It's a different ball game.
Elmore knocks him down, and now Stevens got it in the open court. Quickly ahead, and now getting into the paint. Boy, nice pass down to Dudley, and that was Chad Miley. And I tell you what, Mr. Dudley is not a bad ball player himself, as Regula's got it. Steps into the lane. Oh, almost a pretty move. Almost a pretty move, but the young man did shuffle him. 57-51, 2 minutes exactly, as now Stevens got it. Gets up ahead, going to drop it down, and he will draw the foul, and that will be the double bonus.
And number 4 drawn on Justin Elmore.
Foul charge to Justin Elmore.
Pirates get a couple misses here, and it could help them immensely.
Steven missed his last free throw attempt here in the fourth quarter.
Toes the line with 1:56 remaining. In the air and good. One thing you'll notice about every good free throw shooter, they got a routine that they do every time they go to the stripe. Steven knocks them both down, 59-51. Pirates looking to break this pressure down. Not time to start chucking them from deep yet, but need to get quality looks.
Yeah, need to get it down the floor just a little bit quicker. But I'll tell you what, that Shenandoah full court press has been there all night. 2-2-1, just enough to rattle them. When they needed to, they were able to turn up the pressure, get the steals there in the second, third quarter, benefit from those, and now they're back to kind of just, it's there, it's slowing Garaway up, taking them out of their sync.
You know, I think you bring up a valuable point, Willie, as we see Miller get into the lane, tries to dump it down, ball's loose on the floor, scramble for it, and it will go over to Shenandoah. Whereas in the first game, we saw Newcomerstown turn it over, but River didn't make them pay for it. And so they got away with committing 23 turnovers. Seems like every time Garaway's turned it over tonight, they paid the price for it.
And that's the sign of a good team. That's the sign of a team that knows when you do get a turnover, let's convert at the other end. That's a big deal, being able to make that basket at the other end.
Quickly across is Miley, and now they're going to back it out, and Zeb Troyer will draw the foul on Cordray, and the Cordray will head back to the free throw line.
Minute 28. Garaway needs some misses here at the line from Shenandoah to get back into this game.
Cordray obliges us by knocking that one off the back of the rim.
Cordray 2 of 4 from the line tonight.
Offense-defense substitutions going on as Fisher and Hisrich check in for Troyer and Garrett Fisher, or excuse me, Pirates now with it, 60-51, trail by 9. Now it might be time to chuck and duck. Regular gets into the lane. Big swooning finger roll doesn't go. Rebound Gerber. Elmore now with another rebound. He lays it back up and in. 1:08 left to play in the ballgame. 7-point lead for Shenandoah. Hisrich quickly ahead. Now he's going to get it to Lambert. Lambert's going to get fouled. Lambert, I don't know what he's looking for there. Elmore just simply trying to get a foul.
And if that's on Elmore, that's his 5th foul.
And that will be it for Justin Elmore, the 6'3" senior.
Foul charge to Justin Elmore. Unfortunately, that's Justin.
So the senior fouls out with 16 points in the game. Perfect from the line. 6 of 6. Pulled down 6 rebounds in the game.
And I tell you what, you got to tip your hat to that young man. Senior, he's been kind of the leader of these young guns coming up. Great job he did in football, Willie. I mean, Garaway struggled this year in football, but he kept fighting it out every down all season. Quality young man, Justin Elmore. Lambert helps with another miss, and I've seen stranger things happen.
They just need a few more misses.
Second one by Lambert. Doesn't go down either. Offensive rebound. Dudley, and then picking up the garbage is Steven.
Cannot give up those offensive rebounds on a missed free throw.
Get exactly what you want out of the possession, and then the checkout isn't there. Gerber's baseline jumper, it drops. 62-55, 45 seconds, and Miley is going to head to the free throw line now. Happens so often. Well, you get so concentrated on getting that guy to miss, and then you miss a checkout, and doesn't matter.
Chad Miley on the line with 2 shots.
Chad Miley, a 5'10" junior. You take a look at this Shenandoah ball club. Miley will be back next year. Of course, Steven, as we said. Dudley moves on. Lambert moves on. So a couple of the guys back. Of course, I bet you probably would find a smile on Dan Sweeterman's face every time he thinks that Steven is just a junior.
Oh, yeah.
Knocking them both down was Miley, and so now the Pirates again down by 9. Gerber going to get the 3 in the air. That won't draw anything. Turns out to be a great pass to Regula, who lays it in off the glass. Quickly, the Pirates look to trap. They get them where they want. Now they're going to get called for the foul, and I do believe they're going to get Mike Felton on that foul. Conversely, Willie, on the other side, the Pirates lose Garrett Fisher, Zeb Troyer, Derek Miller, and Justin Elmore. And those 4 decent ball players, but they're going to bring back a couple players next year.
They're going to bring back several players next year.
And that ought to put a smile on Scott Bardolph's face.
You know, and if you have to lose, I mean, nobody wants to. But, boy, the further you can go in tournaments, just valuable experience for players that are going to come back.
Young
And
kid,
get a little taste of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Well, you get that taste of it, boy, you just want more of it. 66-57, 28 seconds left. Pirates continue to battle. One thing Scott Bardo will be proud of is the effort his young men gave tonight. Effort has been there right from the get-go. Is checking in now will be number 33, Tommy Maloney, 6-foot junior.
I'll tell you what, Garaway showed us what they were made out of. When they got down by 16 at one point, it was actually 46-28 at one point, and they made that run back.
Regula picks up the garbage there.
John Regula.
Looks like now, Willie, the Pirates have called the dogs off. They're just going to let this one play out. 7 seconds. And foot out of bounds, Dudley, and it'll go over to the Pirates.
You know, Garaway making that run, Roger, what we were talking about. Down 16, they brought it back. At one point, 47-42, 50-45. Brought it back within 5.
And the final score will end up 66-59. Shenandoah defeats Garaway. We will be right back to wrap it up and give you a look at what we've got coming up the rest of the